What's up, everyone? I'm Filip Mihailovic, the founder of Realign Reality, the worldwide depression and anxiety recovery program. So today I'm here with my recovered client, Rawaz, who recovered in just 67 days after 6 years of depression and anxiety. So happy to have you, Rawaz, to tell everyone your story and share this with everyone. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? And when did this all start for you? Take us to the beginning.
Thank you so much, Philip. My name is Rawaz Muhammad. I'm from Iraq. I got the depression and anxiety with my studying when I was at the 12th grade. It was hard for me to study. I had symptoms that made me too hard to study and made me too hard to communicate with people, and brain fog and poor concentration and difficulty maintaining eye contact with the people. Before joining the program, I can say that my life was just about to skipping days without enjoying, without completing my daily activities and doing a bad performance at the university. After 67 days, as you said, from joining the program, I feel that I'm 100% recovered. I feel the same person I remember that I was before.
Amazing, Rawaz. Thank you for that. And yeah, going into your story, Rawaz, like explain to us that period of year 12. What do you believe led up to this depression and anxiety? What was your life looking like when this all came up to you?
I was just skipping days, as I said, and just being inside my room. And also, I was anger with my family. I felt anger with more anger. I can say that I feel that something is abnormal with me, and I felt that something is going wrong, but it wanted time for me to believe that I have something mentally
Hmm.
disorganized or abnormality in my psychological sides. It was hard for me to study. It was hard more for me to communicate with the people. Even sometimes I only felt that my life is not like before. And even after, so it was about 6 years. After the first year, I just looked for those signs and symptoms of like depression and anxiety. Even this made me worse because being that that you have depression and anxiety, it makes the symptoms more worse. Also, I saw that there's no cure for depression and anxiety, so my life was stuck, and I was just skipping days.
Of course, I know when
Yeah,
you first reached out to me, you were telling me a lot about your story and how
yeah.
you went to all of these other places before coming to me, which we'll talk about for sure. Going into your symptoms, Rawaz, tell everyone the specific symptoms of depression and anxiety that you were struggling with that you don't struggle with anymore.
Yes, I felt more sadness. I
Hmm.
felt more sadness and more constant sadness. Okay,
Hmm.
this made me to feel that something psychologically or mentally is
Hmm.
disorganized.
Hmm.
But also, it needed time for me to believe that I have depression and anxiety. And after searching for it, even it was I got the result from the internet that there's no cure. I didn't continue with googling because I
Hmm.
said that I will never recover. Thoughts of hating life. I didn't like to live. I
Hmm.
didn't like to communicate with people or doing my daily activities.
And when you were just saying, Rawaz, is like, how did you come to the conclusion that you had depression and anxiety? When was the day or in your journey when you're like, I do have this, I have something wrong with me?
After because I did a comparing of myself before 6 years. I like before my symptoms started, my depression and anxiety started from 2020. I I just make a difference between myself and before depression and anxiety. I knew that I can say I was more happier before 2020. Before those 6 years, I was doing better with my studying, with my communicating with people, and with my life. I can say that this depression and anxiety as I had was not just only a temporary sadness. It was constant. It was constant low mood. I searched in the Google and also those the concentration problem,
Hmm.
which is the one main difference. When I searched in the Google and it said that it is a symptom of the depression and symptom of the anxiety.
Hmm. Hmm.
And due to this, I said I am mentally disorganized. So
Hmm.
this is due to the depression or anxiety.
Makes total sense. And yeah, thank you for that, Rawaz. And what do you feel like depression and anxiety stole from you over the last 6 years?
Mainly everything I can say, but
Hmm.
the main thing is my studying, my
Hmm.
university performance, and communicating with the people and enjoying life. So this is those points will not make you to enjoy life.
What about like your relationship with your family and friends? Was that affected with depression and anxiety?
Of course, yes. As I said, I was more angry with my family. It affected even. I was most of the time I was just walking alone. I was
Mhm.
not. I had friends, but not like before. Not because of the people, because I tried to avoid them.
Mhm.
So the problem was with me. But here the important is the cure, which is the neuroplasticity. Even so, if you are not sure that you all have an anxiety or depression or CD or
Mhm.
other mental disorganization, you
Mhm.
can cure it by neuroplasticity.
Of course, neuroplasticity is your way out. Reprogramming your subconscious mind is exactly how you get yourself out of any type of depression or anxiety disorder that there is. Once you truly understand your brain and you understand how it works, how to rewire it, it's impossible for your brain and your nervous system not to catch up to the identity of yourself who is 100% recovered. Yeah, Rawaz, what things did you try before you came to me?
I tried to smoking. I smoked for about 1 year, I can say. Yes, and another symptom I can say. I was just only using my social media.
Hmm.
So I was just scrolling with videos only.
Hmm.
So I was just so why did I do this? Because to avoid my daily activities, daily
Hmm.
tasks, and communicating with people. Yes, medications like antidepressants.
Hmm.
Yes, I went to a psychologist and he
Hmm.
wrote more for me to Loxetine, and I can say that it was only so it helped with me. I'm telling the truth that it helped
Hmm.
with me, but it doesn't make me to 100% recover. It only masked the symptoms. Even right now, I'm trying to tapering it because I'm not needed them anymore, and I am
Hmm.
not telling the other people to take antidepressants
Hmm.
because it's only a business thing. It's only
Yes.
uh, not curing the depression and
No.
anxiety.
With medication, of course, is it can help some people cope. You know what I mean? It helps you cope, but it doesn't help you rewire your brain. It doesn't change your habits. It doesn't change your mindset, your life at all. It will never change that. It just simply helps you cope. It doesn't get rid of your symptoms, if that's what people think about when they want to go on medication. It kind of makes you feel like a zombie, right? And no
Yes,
one talks about what happens when you come off it. Obviously, when you come off it safely, you might not have withdrawal symptoms or any of that. But for a lot of people, the side effects and what they get after coming off it is very detrimental for their health. You also mentioned, Rawaz, you saw like a neurologist.
yes. I saw the neurologist prescribe it for
Hmm.
me. So he was a neuropsychiatrist, his
Hmm.
specialty. He prescribed for me the duloxetine. Even my family didn't let me to, not all of them, uh, but my brother didn't advise me to take it. But I was able to do everything for just escaping from
Hmm.
the situation that I had. So
Hmm.
due to this, if I knew that it will not help me for being 100% recovered, I didn't take it. I don't know. Maybe he also wanted to help me. I'm not advising the other people to taking any kinds,
Hmm.
SSRI or SNRI and other kinds of antidepressants. But curing is inside yourself, inside your brain.
Yes.
You're doing it by yourself.
How does it feel, Rawaz, when you go to the most trusted people, doctors, psychologists, to overcome all
Yes.
of this and it doesn't actually help you? How does it make you feel when they can't even help you overcome this?
This made me to like the other people or the other doctors. They are trading with people's health. So I just saw it like this because he told me that it will make you 100% recover. I explained for him every sign: poor concentration, difficulty communicating with the people, and all of the symptoms. And he told me that it will make it less severe. You should cure it completely. It was not a good step in my life, but yes, I'm trying to tapering it.
Many people, just so you know, if you are on medication and you join the program, you
Yes.
will and you can make a full recovery while being on medication. It's just that you start tapering off them, of course, by going to a doctor. And when
Yes.
you can't come off it cold turkey. I did it myself in my journey, and it was the worst decision I've ever made in my life. But if you are someone who, I mean, who doesn't want to come off medication? You know what I mean? You obviously want to come off something that's not good for you. So go to your doctor, come off it safely and abruptly, and make sure you taper off it according to what your doctor tells you for sure. Rawaz, what fears and doubts did you have before you joined the program?
Fearing of my life, continuing my life like this disorganized situation, continuing with bad performance at
Mhm.
university, continuing with struggling of communicating with people,
Mhm,
continuing with hating life
mhm,
and being and with having low mood, fear of not 100%
mhm,
recovery
mhm.
and continuing my life like this.
Many people are skeptical. This is something I always talk about is because many people do not believe that it's possible to fully recover from depression or anxiety. Like yourself, Roaz, when you went online, anyone can go online and you looked up, is it actually possible to cure this? It says no. It says it's a life managing condition, which is absolutely ridiculous in my eyes. And it's something that is not talked about enough. That the mental health industry will never tell you that you have the ability to cure yourself with your own brain because it's not a disease, it's not an illness, depression and anxiety. Having a disorder is simply a loop in your brain that needs to be broken by creating a new loop. By breaking that loop and creating a new response to your symptoms and understanding exactly how your brain works. So, Roas, what would you honestly say sets the difference between real-line reality and all of these traditional methods like therapy and doctors and all of that?
Those the doctors will they will not I cannot say that they are telling you the truth by using the medical treatments, medical drugs. Here in the real life reality program, they will or you will make the person who is struggling with depression and anxiety with fully recovery based on scientific evidence, scientific guidelines, which is the neuroplasticity, and it's 100% right.
Of course, like the main difference is that I actually help people recover and they keep people stuck as a patient. That's the biggest difference. The second biggest thing, of course, is in your words, Roas, does medication actually change what you do in your life?
Seriously, no. You will feel a little improvement maybe at the
Mhm.
first week, but
Mhm.
no, it will not help you to fully recover.
100%. And how did you actually come across me, Roas? Where did you find me?
Yes, I saw it from a TikTok video. You just wrote a mention with every person can 100% recover from depression and anxiety. And I wrote to you on the you told me if anyone wants this, you can direct me on the Instagram.
Mhm.
So I wrote for you so that I can say the first way it was on a TikTok.
And what made you, work with me? What made you trust me to work with me? Yeah.
So at the beginning, you said that the cure is I will make you 100% recovery through the neuroplasticity. I was ready. Yeah, I was ready for it because I really wanted. You were right, seriously, because you published it with based on scientific evidences like neuroplasticity.
Yes, of course, everything's science. And for people watching this, I just want you to know that everything inside of the program is backed up by science. Everything's about neuroscience. So it's scientifically impossible for your brain not to rewire back to a normal state. No matter how long you've had it for, how severe you believe your case is, or how special your symptoms are to you, you are 100% able to make a full recovery according to science. So it's not my word, it's not Rawaz's word, it's
Mm.
science that proves this to be true. We are living proof that you can actively reprogram your mind, your subconscious mind, to a full 100% recovery for sure. Do you think you could have made a full recovery by yourself, Rawaz?
Surely no, because I was trying to avoid. I was just keeping this in my room. My last conclusion was continuing my life with this disorganized
Hmm.
mental health,
Hmm.
with this type of life, avoid to complete my daily activities, avoid and having a bad performance at the university, and trying to less communicate with people. So I decided to do this. I was not my being 100% recovering. It was not in my mind, seriously.
So, Rawaz, what do you feel like the program helped you personally in your life besides recovering?
Seriously, right now, you told me to quit smoking because the nervous system will not heal if you
Mhm.
are being on smoking. Quit smoking. I'm completing my daily activities. Even I'm doing running, sports, and doing other. So I feel that I'm the exact same person that I was before, and I wanted to be. Also, I can say that I'm doing a better performance at the university after joining the program.
Amazing, amazing. So, what specific parts of the program did you feel made the biggest impact to you? Like the course, the community, the 24/7 support, the weekly calls? What would you say really helped you the most?
Seriously, the I can say the community.
Hmm.
So the first place is the community,
Hmm.
and the weekly call is the second place. Community is every person published their 100% recovering from depression and anxiety.
Hmm.
It motivated me
Hmm.
every time, even when I struggled with my negative loop. Second place, I can say the weekly call that I
Hmm.
explained every detail
Hmm.
which I had. Also, asking you some of the questions, some of
Hmm.
those symptoms that I struggled with.
I love to get insight from every client, of course. Everyone's main, everyone loves everything in the program, but the community is always the biggest one because it's so important to be around people who truly understand you, number one, and also have people in the community who have recovered. That's the beauty of it, is because it's
Yes.
100% guaranteed. If everyone else can do it, if everyone else is going through what you're going through, of course you can too. That's the best because in your journey, Rawaz, and in my journey, we can definitely agree of how lonely it was. It was very lonely and isolating to feel like you're suffering by yourself. So when you're around people that actually understand you, it makes recovery a million times easier for sure.
They were also publishing their daily activities
Mhm.
and publishing their winning, their when someone becomes 100% recover. Yes.
So in terms of your recovery journey, Rawaz, because it definitely wasn't a straight line, how would you describe the doubt? Because you had a lot of doubt in this process. So for people watching, how would you describe those hard days?
So the hardest thing is it was a negative brain loop. Like, no, I will not become recover. So it is impossible. You are 6 years stuck with this. You should continue like this.
Mhm.
But I just told myself that it is lingering symptoms.
That's
I
it.
continued with my daily activities. I
Mhm.
continued with those stuffs that were hard for me,
Mhm.
with believing of 100% recovery. Because when you keep this in front of your eyes, it will motivate you to
Mhm. Mhm.
continue your daily activities.
That's it. The very first thing I tell every single client in the program is you are 100% recovered. Anything that you feel is just a lingering symptom and it's not worth your attention. Because many people don't understand that if you're always trying to recover, you're never going to recover because you're always in the identity of yourself who isn't recovered. When you talk about your symptoms, you research your symptoms, you go to therapy, you go to a doctor, you're researching all day. All of that is evidence to your subconscious mind and your nervous system that you aren't recovered because the language of your brain isn't words. You can't talk your way out of this. You can't. That's why talking to your therapist actually makes it worse because you can't rewire your mind through language when the language of your brain is action and behavior and response. So every client, when they come to me, is I'm 100% recovered. Anything I feel is just a lingering symptom. And everything that they do, their mindset, their habits, their actions, their decision making, their identity, their belief systems are in full alignment with the version of themselves who is already 100% recovered. So now when you do that, your nervous system and your brain has no choice but to catch up to the identity of themselves who are 100% recovered. So, how important is it, Rawaz, to have someone like myself who's been in your shoes on those tough days?
Yes, it's quietly important. You are the person that you struggled with those symptoms. You knowing that you struggled with it and you were like this for many years, and you
Mhm.
tried many of the methods,
Mhm.
like as you said, drugs and other doctor specialists. You tried a lot of time
Mhm.
and you get the conclusion. So it doesn't need for the other people to waste their time with a psychologist, with the other methods, because you already tried it. And for curing is a neuroplasticity, not
Mhm.
the medical drugs, the psychological drugs. And so this is most important to for a person who struggled with your symptom
Mhm.
to be on your side and to tell you how to deal with lingering symptom, with negative brain loop,
Mhm.
with being 100% recovering.
With all the knowledge that you have now, Rawaz, what do you wish you could have told yourself who was suffering with severe depression and anxiety?
I will just tell myself that recovery and 100% recovering is possible. And when the person will show you the way how to do it, and it will not take time from you, but even it is with your daily activity, you should do something with your daily activity. I always told myself that I will not recover and I should continue my life with this disorganized mental health. But right now, after joining the program, I can say that I will tell if the person that I was before, uh, I told them that recovering and 100% recovering is possible. It's not something difficult.
Very well said. Very well said, Rawaz. Of course, is as you said before, recovery is not easy. And we're not going to sit here and even say that it's easy because it's not. If it was easy, every single person in this world would be recovered. Simple,
Yes,
right? It takes everything you've got. It takes everything in your soul to want to change because it is very hard. And a lot of people never get to that point where they go, I have to get my life back. And it's sad to see a lot of people live 80, 90 years of their life getting to that age. And that's it. They've wasted their whole life with depression and anxiety simply because they don't want to do the work. And that's the brutal reality. So, Roaz, was there a specific day when you realized you were recovered, or was it kind of a gradual process?
so it was gradual, and mentally I felt happier with believing that I am 100% recovered. It was a gradual process. It was a gradual process, and but I recognized myself with my daily activity that I can continue my daily activities.
Mhm.
I feel the same person that I was before, and doing physical activities, communicating, and I felt change with the communication with the people. So it was a gradual process.
Of course, and a lot of people don't understand that still to this day. I mention this in nearly every interview, is that recovery isn't a feeling. Recovery isn't a day where you wake up and you realize you're recovered, right? It's
Yes.
simply, it comes to you when you stop looking for it. It comes to you. It's very hard to explain to someone. This is the thing, Rowers, and we can agree. It's hard to explain to someone
Yeah.
who doesn't understand what recovery is because it's not where, as I said, you wake up and then all of a sudden, oh, there's a feeling that tells me I'm recovered. Being recovered is a realization is that when you're so focused on your goals, your non-negotiables, your life, what's actually important in your life, you forget about all of these things because your mind is so focused on what's actually important. So you just kind of go about your day and then you go like, I haven't thought about anything for a while and I just don't care anymore and I'm good. I'm happy again. I'm living my life again. And that is the best feeling in the world. How does life feel like now, Rawaz, that you are 100% recovered compared to a couple months ago?
Seriously, I can say that my life, I feel more happier. I feel more happier. And I feel the same person, the exact same person that I was before.
Amazing.
I just needed this change. I just needed the being the same person that I was before. And I got it.
Amazing. Of course you got it. And that's it, is you realize that you're back to normal. You're back to how you were before. Of course, in terms of how, when Rawaz is talking about back to normal, he means back to a normal state, not back to his old habits, of course.
Yes.
And we'll talk about that now, Rawaz, is explain your old self to everyone watching. How was your old self compared to who you are now?
Yes, seriously, I can say that this program even helps you if you are not mentally disorganized, because in this program there are some non-negotiable points that every client should do. This will make you more enjoyable in the life, and it will push yourself to do something that it's impossible, like doing better with your university classes, doing better communication with people. So even when I was before those depression and anxiety symptoms, I tried to avoid some stuffs, like pushing myself to get a good grades, or pushing myself to do something impossible, doing something that I didn't want to do. I can say that this program even it will help you. So right now for me, it's very hard. It's very hard for me to going back for my previous program.
No, of course, of course. And for people who don't know what Rawaz is talking about, non-negotiable points is everyone has their own personalized plan. Every single person knows exactly what they need to do every day to rewire their brain. Okay, so their whole plan reflects their higher self, as we call it, and also reflects a version of themselves who has a regulated nervous system. Because, when they're reading books, having cold showers, meditating, having a correct sleep schedule, eating healthy, Rawaz eats a lot of healthy food now, which is amazing. I always see on his updates, and etc. When you have 5 to 10 non-negotiable points that you have to do every day, it forces neuroplasticity to happen in your brain. And as Rawaz said, not only does this program help you recover, the whole point is to become the highest version of you. Because right now, the person watching this, the version you are now, and the version you need to become who's fully recovered are two completely different people. Different mindset, different habits, different actions, different decision making, different identity, which is the biggest one. Okay. So that's why you're not recovered, whoever's watching this. Okay. Obviously, you wouldn't be watching this video if you were recovered. But that's the main reason, is because you have to understand that who you are now is the reason why you're not recovered. And you need to become the version of you who is recovered. What's something, Roaz, you're most proud of from this whole process?
My university performance, participating in the university classes, and with communicating with people, and being the exact same person that I was before.
Nice and simple is you're now able to, you achieved something that you thought was impossible. And that's the biggest blessing ever, is because truly, guys, whoever's watching this, again, once you do truly recover, you it's the best feeling in the world, because now you can do everything that you want to do. There's no restriction. You're not focused on your symptoms anymore. You're not focused on any of the old programming that's coming in, and you're finally free to do whatever you want. Just like Rawaz now is in university, smashing it out again, being in class. He wasn't able to do that before joining the program. Now he's being the highest version of him, and now he's saying that he can't even relate to his old self. And that's the thing, is he's now programmed himself that this is who he is, and that now when he looks back to the old version of you, who didn't do anything, stayed at home, smoking cigarettes, he can't even think about that person anymore, which is amazing. So, Rawaz, do you think that this was the best investment that you've ever made?
Seriously, yes. Seriously, yes. And I was ready for everything. With the beginning, when I contacted you for being 100% recovery, that was the best investment according to my life. Right now, I am recovered 100%, and I learned for becoming the highest version, for becoming more active in life. And yes, that was the best investment as I meant.
And I'm glad to hear that, Rawaz, and I really appreciate it. Is I'm very confident in myself. I'm very confident in my program, and I know that, of course, it's the best investment in your life when you get your life back. And there's no doubt about that. Getting your life back and making a full recovery shouldn't be worth any of your money because your life is more important than a piece of paper. You know what I mean? Money comes and goes. Money is a tool. And if you have the money, why not invest in your life? At the end of the day, your life is limited. Money is going to be on earth. Your money is going to be here once you die, but your life is something that's precious. Time is not on your side. So, by investing in yourself, it doesn't have to be me, but of course, if you want to make a full recovery, come to me. You're going to invest in getting your life back. In a few weeks, in a few months, you're going to be fully recovered. And that's something that can't be bought. So, Rawaz, if someone is watching this right now and they are still scared or doubtful of the program, what would you tell them?
I'm telling them that stop wasting their time, and everything is doing here in this program is based on scientific evidence, and it should happen. Being 100% recovering is not impossible because it's scientific evidence, and stop wasting their time and not to be scared. You will learn beside recovery, beside your recovery, you will learn other things that you needed for your life.
Amazing. And of course, a lot of people, they're very skeptical in joining the program simply because their mind tells them that they can't recover, that they're a special case, that recovery is impossible, that I scammed them, all of these type of things I hear online because they simply don't understand that it is possible. And I wish someone told me this when I was suffering for years of my life, that you are so much closer to a full recovery than you think. Okay, your mind makes it seem like you're going to be stuck like this for another 10 years. But once you do truly have the guidance from people who truly specialize in recovery, recovery isn't a maybe, it's guaranteed once you do truly understand the brain. So, Rawaz, if you had to leave this world with one piece of advice for anyone here watching this struggling with anxiety or depression, what would you tell them?
Seriously, I will tell them that stop wasting their time and trying to take actions to participate. And everything is here is based on science, evidence that it should happen, and recovery is still possible. And it's not something that it's not possible to happen, but it's possible. And stop using their usual uh, psychological treatments like the medical drugs and breathing exercises. It will help you temporary, but here you will recover 100%. And also for enjoying their life. And yes,
Well said, and everyone listen to Rawaz because he's correct. You need to take action. You need to get up and understand recovery isn't just possible. It's guaranteed with science. You can't go against science. Once you understand the science behind your brain, as I've said many times, is it's guaranteed. You just have to have the right guidance, understand the right knowledge. But yeah, Rawaz, thank you so much for telling everyone here your story so they can relate to you and understand that
you too also.
you can recover, of course. And thank you for being an amazing client, showing up every single day, being absolutely locked in, being an inspiration for other clients. And you've become someone now that you didn't even believe that you could become. And I'm sure there's a lot more things that are going to come in your life which are going to be amazing and going to make me proud and make yourself proud. But just wanted to say thank you so much, Roaz.
Thank you too also, Phil. Thanks for your time.